Yo, Big Kish back up in here, man. Fantastic Hip Hop just say he about to go all in on Drake, man. And I'm mad too, man. It took me 7 hours to edit this video and get approved by YouTube, man. Oh my gosh. I woke up early this morning. I said, yo, I'm about to bang out some reactions. Boom, boom, boom. I got to edit in this Sinners joint. Try to go through YouTube. Nope. Everything was copywritten, man. That's what took me so long, y'all. I know y'all want to hear about that, and I don't feel like explaining myself neither. So y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now, before we get started with this one, as I am going to go all in on this clown show,
He about to go all in on
be sure to leave a like and
He about to go all in on him. Let's get it.
subscribe, because we are going to need all the support we can get against Rap's losing team. And so now, with that said, when it comes to Drake and all of the people who are so in denial about everything that they are still supporting the guy who turned from Aubrey to Lawbury, right now within this moment, they have never been more cooked, and they are about to get called out for the all-time low they have reached, because really, we have never seen this group of people in worse condition, because as Kendrick Lamar's Grand National Tour has kicked off, and Kendrick is just winning and humiliating Drake like we have never seen, this fan base and side of hip-hop has really ran out of ways to try and make a sold-out stadium tour look like something that isn't amazing and
Y'all caught that? His fans have ran out of ways. They're running out of ways to try to make it look like Kendrick ain't doing what he doing. They did the bots. They said, yeah, he had to hire people. He had to do this, do that. Bruh, you can't fake this. We already seen the concert. We seen the footage. All of those people filled up the top rows everywhere. Bruh. Stop playing, boy. Word is bond. You can't fake that. You cannot fake that.
something that we all should look down on, and because of that, they have now reached a low that's even surprising for being OVO ambassadors, and with this, it has just never been more annoying to be somebody who actually wants to enjoy good rap music. And now, before we go any further into how much these people are spiraling, be sure to leave a like and subscribe.
Y'all get that like up, please. I need it. It helps me out a ton. Get that like up. Yo, Fantastic Hip Hop is cooking right now. Let's get it.
It helps me out a ton. And now, as the Drake fans are already mad at me and are only going to get a lot more angry at me for doing this,
yeah, they mad at him.
Be sure to leave a like. And so now, with that said, with where we are at with this fan base, that is the literal circus that's representing the biggest clown in hip hop, I mean, this is just a bad time to support Drake, because as now the summer is coming, which means that live music is going to be at stadiums everywhere, and in general, more artists are going to be dropping soon. And because of this, really every fan base is having fun or enjoying something that their artist has upcoming. I mean, while people like Kendrick Lamar are performing at stadiums, and even outside of this beef and in hip-hop, other rappers like Travis Scott are busy doing pretty exciting things, like Coachella one night and then going to WrestleMania right after. Drake isn't doing anything like—
yeah, everybody doing something special with their life. Everybody chilling. Travis doing the Coachella. You got this person doing that. Hey, he at dinner. He at lunch. They having fun over there. Not Drake. Nope. He trying to figure out what next wig he about to put on. That's what he doing.
Like this, and instead is just continuing to whine, send weird subliminals out, and just double and triple down on his lawsuits. And with this, in of itself, when you say that part out loud, it does make sense why these people who are obsessed with a guy whose entire brand is now built and defined by losing are so angry, and taking that to the next—
his brand is built on losing. God dang! Those are bars right there. His brand is defined and built on losing. Wow. Bars.
Level, why they are just spiraling like we have never seen, because with all of this reaching the point where now Kendrick Lamar and SZA have started their Grand National Tour, with Kendrick now being within a setting that is so direct compared to where we have seen him previously since this beef, with what we are seeing so far, these people just don't know how to handle themselves, because while it's one thing to not like a person and try to take them down with subjective takes or criticism that maybe in some way could maybe make some sort of sense, but now The people who follow Drake are way beyond the point of reality, and the stuff they are trying to say to cope with the fact that this victory lap is really happening, it's so bad that you can't do anything other than call it comedy. Because really now, with every single chance to chip away from Kendrick Lamar's success now gone, the goalposts are moving so much that they don't even know what they are playing for, as with this show and before the first one even started, we really just saw the effects of what losing a rap beef in—
Hey, y'all saying that? Remember how I always said that Kendrick Lamar is Blade Brown and Drake is Duncan Penderhughes in Class Act? What was Duncan Penderhughes known for? What was he good at? Y'all look at, hey, look, it's the same. I told you. You can't make this up, boy. Word is bond, boy. Check this out. Watch this. Watch this, y'all.
Even know what they are playing for, as with this show and before the first one even started, other than call it comedy. Because we're really now, with every single chance to chip away from Kendrick Lamar's success now gone, the goalposts are moving so much that they don't even know.
Hey, look, he was good at kicking rocks. Y'all already know. If you seen Class Act, you already know. He had to pick up the grass. He had to see which way the wind was blowing. That's Drake. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, boy. That's Drake all day. Duncan Penderhughes. The only thing he was good at was kicking rocks. That's it.
Know what they are playing for, as with this show and before the first one even started, we really just saw the effects of what losing a rap beef in today's era can really do to not just the artist but the fan base, because literally every single thing that these people did was absolutely ridiculous. And you know things are bad when with a picture that came out when people were coming to the seats in the show well before—
Look at that. Stop playing. No, that ain't noise. That's not noise. That's not white noise right there. That's a crowd of people filling up the whole stadium. Stop playing, boy. Sold out type stuff, man. Ain't nobody got no signs up asking for no money, man. Word up. What you doing? You got to give away money, do the little steak joint and all of that. You got to put little steak things together for people to come see you, man. Yo, my mother, man, my mother need a pair of sneakers, man. Yo, Drake, come help me, man. Yo, my cousin needs some shocks. Word up. Are you here for the concert or are you here to get some money from me? You already know we here to get the bread from you, Drake. Ain't nobody coming to your concert, boy. Word up. Yo, my brother, he need a t-shirt. That's what we coming to your concert for, to ask you for some bread.
Before even the opening act in DJ Mustard was out, the OVO community was so desperate that they really decided to use this and pass this around to say that Kendrick did not fill up the stadium and that this tour was already flopping, which was so funny, especially right after when you saw footage that was coming out of this tour being completely filled up. And with that, we saw that this show had a higher capacity than Drake has ever had on a tour like this. And of course now, as Kendrick shattered something else that Drake used to have, these people were saying that the crowds being posted were generated and fake videos that—
They saying everything is fake, bro. They saying everything is fake. So nobody wanted to go to the sold out show and floor seats were 60% off. They are also showing the most blurry videos of the crowd to make it look full. Man, come on. Who gonna go through all of that, man? Matter of fact, I know I'm gonna get me some footage. I'm telling you. I'm gonna have all the footage when I go. I'm like, look, see me? I'm right here. Look, crowd, no AI. Stop playing. Get out of here with that. Y'all niggas corny, B. Wordy's bond, boy.
That were not actually real, and then other people were saying that Kendrick and Drake's label made people come to these shows to look like they were more packed out than they actually would be, and they just handed out people tickets to sit there and give off this impression, and these are real things that Drake fans and big people in OVO have actually been trying to push. And now I'm not going to call them out by name, but if you were seeing what's going on—
Giving away tickets?
You are probably just as baffled as I am, and with this. I mean, if you are actually trying to pull off this idea that there are fake fans that are coming to this show to give the impression that it's bigger than it is, you just got to sit down and rethink everything. Because all this stuff does get to a point where you really just have to question how you could even trick yourself into unironically using these narratives to take down somebody you don't like. Because really, with how out there some of the stuff this fan base is saying now, it gets to a point where these people don't even make any sense, and they just reveal with more and more that they say that they don't understand literally anything. And now, while this is all so bad, when you remember that the guy who they are doing all of this for literally is citing meme pages and fan pages in actual paperwork and trying to push it as fact, I mean, it almost starts to make sense why these people are as delusional as they are. And now, even worse than these completely out there narratives about the crowds and people going to shows, Kendrick Lamar, of course, performed Not Like Us, Euphoria, and dissed back and called out Drake for his paperwork within the show itself. Now Drake and OVO are trying to flip this narrative that the beef is over and that Kendrick is using Drake and won't let it go to stay relevant, and that Drake never needed to perform his diss tracks. And with this, again, and what's so frustrating but will make sense when you remember the guy who they are doing all of this to defend in the first place for, is that while there is this push to now make Kendrick look bad for, first off, performing a song that went #1 and is still on the Billboard Hot 100 and Not Like Us after all of this time, when it comes to Drake, you can't talk about dragging the beef, because from the whole cringe way he did the only sort of presentation for his Anita Max Win tour, which included him walking with the smoke and messed up clothes to try and create this image that he was able to come back from the beef.
He can't even pay for a real gimmick, man. He can't even pay for a real gimmick. That goes to show you how much he losing that budget, boy. But he losing that budget, boy.
And that he didn't lose and get defeated the way they all...
I'm telling you, somebody done poked them little holes in this shirt. They poked some holes in the shirt with something, then cut it up, rubbed it against some concrete. They done put, man, he's failing, man.
Wanted him to, which really, with how Drake dragged this out, was one of the most cringe things he has ever done, and that's saying a lot. And now even beyond that, to all of the sneak disses all over SSS for You, to the Nokia music video, which was literally more of a diss and call out to Kendrick Lamar than it was anything else, to then so many other things, like Drake taunting his crowds to diss and call out Kendrick when he was on his Anita Max Win tour, to then Drake dissing and calling out Kendrick Lamar on stream, all the way to the point where he recently just said he literally wants to box him. And then even worse than all that, at the end of just said he Win tour, to then Drake dissing and...
Look at that hang time, boy. Look at that hang time, boy. He had to have that stocking cap on. Look at that hang time right there. He had to have that stocking cap on. You know why? Because his man unit would have peeled off. Look at that hang time right there. That joint is weak. His hang time is wicky. Wicked whack. It's the wicked whack. We get it? Wiggity whack. His wig is whack. Wig whack. Your wig is whack. My word up. It's wiggity whack. Yo, look at that hang time, man. You hanging on by a thread, boy. Wordies. You supposed to let your hair grow out first, then get the cornrows. You trying to be a ninja again. It ain't going to work, boy. You already see your boss switching over.
and calling out Kendrick Lamar on stream all the way to the point where he recently just said he literally wants to box him. And then even worse than all that, at the end of the day, with Drake having now multiple suits which he is pushing, which are now dragging out this beef and are trying to change the outcome of it, as no matter what you want to say about who Drake is going against, at the end of this all, it's about Kendrick's song, his lyrics, his performance, and his career and success, because that's what everything in these papers is using, saying, and trying to find out more of. I mean, overall, and what these Drake fans don't understand is that they are the ones who have not let the beef go and who have decided to just create this whole new chapter. Because I am sure if Drake never put out his suit and just went away and stopped talking the way he did, we don't see the beef these two are in right now be like this. Because I mean, when we just look at what Kendrick did for the Grand National Tour and how he dissed Drake here, it's not a continuation of the same beef that we saw when the actual diss tracks were dropping, but it's a response to the very idea that Drake is now the first rapper to bring all of this paperwork in after losing a rap beef, and that's what these people don't understand, because Drake is so delusional that just like him, they are believing that he is doing all of this to not get back at Kendrick Lamar and the outcome of this beef. And even when it comes to Kendrick Lamar performing Not Like Us in general, when you win a rap beef and when you make a diss track that becomes an anthem on any level in any era, People want to see you perform it, and this has always happened, and it's always been accepted as something that a rapper will do when they win. Because whether we look at Nas when he performed Ether after the J beef, and that was a moment.
They're revealing their hand that they're not real hip-hop heads. Because they going against all the traditions. That's what he's saying. They going against all traditions. This is what we do. When we get a hit, we perform it. You know what I'm saying? Everything big, everybody gathering together, we all having fun. Yo, hand me that. Hey, yo, where that at? Let me get the broccoli. You know what I'm saying? Go make me a plate. Yo, Miss Keisha, go make me a plate. Oh, everybody having fun. But them, look at this. That's letting you know they not like us, bro.
Because that track became something that everyone wanted to hear from him because it was just such a spectacle and it was such a rare thing. Even Drake himself after the Meek Mill beef when he played back-to-back everywhere and the song was so big and Drake did not stop the exposure it was getting, as from wearing shirts that were literally trolling the guy to playing the song on SNL to the Grammys to even doing performances where he was rapping the song, and all of the Meek Mill memes from the time were playing.
Cook. It was all good just a week ago. Cook. Fantastic hip hop is cooking right now. It was all good when you were talking about me. You had the little emojis and all of that stuff, little memes and all of that. Yup. Whatever happened? What happened? Yup. Things were never the same.
In the background for everyone to see and laugh at. I mean, overall, Drake literally did this same thing that his fans and him are trying to act like Kendrick Lamar is wrong for doing right now. But once again, by doing this, they just show that they are not hip-hop fans at all, but that they are just Drake stans. Because anyone who understands how the basic rules of rap works would never even question things like this. And so going forward, all these people who claim to be OVO and who are spiraling because Kendrick is just winning to new levels, they gotta figure out their stuff, because this all just doesn't look terrible for them, but really they are embarrassing themselves to levels that we have never seen, because by running with the narratives they are while other people in this weird circle feel validated, everybody else is just looking at them in the weirdest way. And if your goal was to try and get Drake accepted back in hip-hop, you have failed him, because all these attempts are just pulling him further and further away from everything in its entirety. And I mean, as we all know, this all isn't gonna stop, and they're going to continue to make up any lie they can, which is what's happening here by them literally saying that even on this tour SZA was lip syncing, which you can so clearly see is not the case if you listen and actually watch what's going on. I mean, these people are really just the most miserable fan base and are going to drag this thing out forever, because as they can't handle how much losing they have had to take, and somehow how another artist just stuck to the music and is once again creating cool art for all of us to experience and enjoy, I mean, it's really never been more over for these people, and they have never looked worse. But I mean, as this fan base and OVO are in such spirals over another moment from Kendrick Lamar, on some level that does tell all of hip-hop that it has never won more, because for Kendrick Lamar and his goals especially, all he ever wanted to do was expose all of these people for the clown show that was being ran in hip-hop and let everybody know that they are against everything that this genre actually stands for, and because of it, they deserve this failure. As of now, with all this said, let me know. What do you think about this latest meltdown from Drake fans and everyone?
I don't think they're gonna stop. Just like he said, the reason why this keep on going is because of them. Every time Dot get a win, he do something new. They're like, oh, that's wrong. This ain't happening. He using AI. He doing this. He got this. Bruh, won't y'all calm down? So now, when y'all boss do something, we gonna say something about it. Y'all keep starting. We told y'all to shut up. We told y'all to be quiet. Y'all ain't want to stop. Told you. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop, man, for cooking up this video, man. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. Are the OVOers over? Are they over? And they can't accept defeat. What is it, y'all? We already seen Lil Wayne turn his back. I got to react to that joint. That is wild. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.